Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Let's have a discussion about what happened in today's market and what was our discussion yesterday. So yesterday our discussion was very clear. If market opens flat and if it goes up, then I will be monitoring this supply whether I get negative reaction from this supply. This is what I had informed as part of yesterday's video, right? Market did not give this negative reaction. If you see very clearly the price action, market went up, market came down, but there was no closures obtained here. Understand this point very clearly. I'll zoom this in. So this was a opening candle. It touched the supply, right? And this was the low. This low was not given a broken. Same in yesterday's video, I would have explained a concept called liquidity sweep here. Market did not give a closure below, so there is high chances of market can reverse. Exact same thing happened in today's market also. If market had given a closure from this, then probably we could have seen for a small pullback to continue selling to the downside as discussed. But since market did not give a closure here, it was more of a liquidity sweep, same like yesterday. And since this closure gave a change of character in 15 minutes, market took it as a demand reaction from this particular demand, which was left open yesterday. It came back, retested this demand, and started moving up. And even from this particular supply, we told we will either monitor negative reaction from this particular supply or we will monitor negative reaction from this particular supply also. See here also, when the market came and tapped into the supply, it gave a reaction, but it did not give a closure. Understand this point again. It did not give a closure. Same to same like what happened here, it happened here as well. It did not give a closure. So obviously it will be a bull run. That is the reason for this entire bull run to happen. Okay. And this was another liquidity point I discussed. If market opened the gap up and if I get reverses from here, then probably I'll be monitoring here. I did not capture this move. Honestly speaking, I did not capture this move, and I do not have any regrets of not capturing this big move also, because moves like this are unpredictable. To be very honestly speaking, moves like this are unpredictable, and wherever you enter, there are chances for reversal from this supply or from this supply or from this liquidity point or from the extreme supply which we had marked in 15 minutes. These are reversal points. So when we have so many blockers on the upside and we don't have a demand to buy our particular order from, we don't have a stop loss to keep. See, I can even say that this can also act as a demand, right? So market did not even come back here to retest this. What if it was a full blown reversal from the supply? Like you had entered call thinking like market is going up. What if it came up and gave a full blown reversal here and then started to move up? So that is another possibility, right? This is why I always say like always buy from a demand and sell from a supply. See, currently, let's see what is happening in market as part of today, end of the session. Market came here. This was the last supply which we had marked. Okay. Market tapped into the supply. I'm just switching to 5 minutes to show you the structure again. It started here, went up, came up, down, went up. So this is a low, right? And it came down and it gave a closure above this. So this is an effective low. And now it gave a closure below this after tapping into the supply. Understand this point very clearly. Now our effective plan is, if we want to take the market down, our effective trade would be a pullback and continue selling. This is what will be the best trade for tomorrow. And what will be our target? Our target will be can position somewhere to this particular demand which we had marked in 15 minutes. So if I go back to 15 minutes, we can extend our target still here. So what will be our trade plan? We will just remove this supplies whichever has been not respected by market today, so that we can trim off our trade more effectively. So this is the supply which it had left open after reacting from the supply, right? So now the reason why we are shorting is, if you go to 1 hour and see, in 1 hour, the market is in a downtrend only. Market started here, went up, came down. consider this as one wave, okay? Came down and it came back to retest this supply in 1 hour. And now it is trying, if it wants to come down, it can create a new lower low also. Okay. So why am I, which supply am I talking about in 1 hour? This is the extreme supply which was left untested. Okay. So this has been tapped today. And as part of this tap, we see a negative reaction being formed. So tomorrow, the most ideal scenario for market is if market opens flat or a small gap up, not a very big gap up. It should open between this range, like should not cross 26,190. So our ideal position would be somewhere like this. Like we can try a short position. The short for any the SL for any short position should not cross more than 26,190. This will be our trade plan for tomorrow, and we can have a very big target till this particular open demand also as part of today's sessions. I am planning for a reversal here because market came to a supply and market gave a negative reaction. If market opens very big gap up tomorrow, okay, so this is flat scenario, and if I get a tap here, I'm interested to take the market down, okay, and if market opens flat and directly goes down, I'm not interested because I want to see this tap happening for tomorrow. So as and when I get a tap only, I'm interested further on this market for tomorrow. Okay. So flat going up and tap here, we are planning to take the market down. Flat coming down, I'm ignoring. Gap down, I'm not interested at all. The reason why I'm saying I'm not interested at all is if there is a big gap down, we have a demand here, we have an open supply as part of today's closing. Where will market move? Like what is the direction which the market will decide to move? That is another thing which we need to understand. So very big gap down, I might be completely skipping for tomorrow, and very big gap up also I might be skipped tomorrow. I want the market to open flat and come to the supply. This will be the best trade for me tomorrow. Okay. So keeping the video short, if you really like the video, please do like, comment and subscribe. We'll meet in the next educational video. Thank you so much.